Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Simple Happy Life. I'm Sabrina, and I am many things, but one of my current roles in life, and has been for going on almost 4 years now, is a homeschool mom to my two boys. I have a now 8 and 10-year-old, and they are going to be going into the 3rd and 5th grades this year, and we're really excited to start our homeschool year in September. But I've seen a lot of mamas and their planners, and I love seeing it. So today I'm sharing with you what I am using. So I have two different planners that I use for homeschool. One is a digital planner with Homeschool Planet, and I organize my files and digital downloads on Google Drive. But I'm also a paper planner type girl, so I have a paper planner for my homeschool planner. I used to have a traveler's notebook and an ARC notebook. This is actually a tool cover, but disc-bound planner systems are my jam. I love them. And I go back and forth between my disc-bound and a traveler's notebook. And I actually have videos from last year of my traveler's notebook setup and my homeschool planner from last year. So I'm still using Homeschool Planet as a digital planner, and I'm going to flip through my physical homeschool planner with you right now. So let's first talk about supplies. I love planner supplies. I love planners, and that can be a blessing and a curse, right? Because planning is great, but sometimes it can turn into procrastination. But my homeschool planner here is a tool cover, and you guys, if you've seen any of my videos, you know black and brown are just my go-tos. And so I use these over and over because with a disc-bound planner, I don't have my hole punch with me, but you just punch the pages and you can put them in your disc-bound planner. I think most people know about them, so I don't need to talk too much about it. But I have some metal discs here because the pages just turn easier on metal discs versus plastic discs. So when you open this up, I have some sticky notes. Love my sticky notes and dots and things like that. I go back and forth between using more stickers and washi tape. I used to do that a lot in my traveler's notebook. Before that, I was a functional planner. Then I went to all of the stickers and washi, back to functional planning. So don't put too much pressure on deciding what you're going to use because it will change. Like your homeschool year, things may not go according to plan and things will change. Your planner systems will change as well. So I actually store the rest of my sticky notes from cloth and paper in here because that's pretty much the only ones that I use. I buy them in bulk when there's like a sale at the end of the year, usually in December. I will get it, and that's like a Christmas present to myself. So I just added these at the front of the tool planner. And then before I start talking about the pages, I'm going to finish talking about the supplies I use to actually put my planner together. These are ARC dividers. ARC is from Staples brand of their disc-bound planner system. Many of you may have heard of the Happy Planner, and that is a disc-bound planner system. There's lots of them, and Tool is one, and it's from Office Depot. So this cover came from Office Depot. I'm pretty sure you can get it on Amazon too. But I just mix things up. So the dividers are from ARC. These are from Staples. And then I have this metal clip is from Cloth and Paper. And then this little, this is like a ruler. It is from Tool, I believe, and I just use my label maker to put today on that and to label my my dividers. And then I have another folder in here. It's a 2-pocket folder, which is really nice. This is from ARC as well, which is from Staples. And then I have a Tool monthly packet. So you just get the pack and it has the months in it. This is for 2021. It's got January through December. And so right now, because I've been using the pages, I've just taken them out and I have August because I wanted to start. Even though we don't start school until September, I wanted to start using my planner since I set it up. So August in here, and I'll just put this with the rest of my planner pages from last year and put the August divider back here for next year. And when 2022 comes out, the Tool packet for the month, I will just get that and add those pages in. For now, I just have a blank page to be able to jot down any notes for future planning on January through August. Hopefully that made sense. So what it looks like, you get the divider, and I have used this for a while. So I've got a lot of these dividers, and I use them in other planners and other notebooks and things, or save them for when I want to use them. But you have goals, and then you have to-do list, email list, and I'll talk about how I use that in a second. And then they have a 2-month spread, or 2-page monthly spread, which I love a 2-page monthly spread. And I like that there's lines for writing, and that you get a lot of space. So I like that. And then that it has the last month and the next month. And then on the back, it just has a notes page. I added these, and I'll talk to you about that in a second. And then another folder, more pages. And then I use these friction pens. This is erasable. I love this white barrel. I just replaced the ink, and this is a 0.5. So I like the way that writes. In addition to what's in the planner, I also have this little pen pouch. This is from Michael's, and I have my favorite pens in it right now, which I should probably narrow because it's getting to be a bit much. I have a whole pen pouch. I actually have a planner cart. I've updated recently. It's a lot simpler than the one that I had, but I do have that one on this channel. I'll link it if you want to see the video on my planner cart and the other pens that I have. But these are my current go-to pens right now, because everything is pretty much black, white, and gray, which I love. Sometimes, like in the fall, I'll want something with a little more color, so I'll reach for these. But these have been my colors for a while, so they just kind of live in that little pouch. Okay, so those are the tools for the planner. So now I'm going to show you some of the pages. Got a peek of that one. So at the front, I will share the shops that I get the things from as well. At the front, let me bring this down a little bit. I have this page. If you saw my homeschool planner setup last year on that video, I had a page like this too. I just printed it out again. And you write the name of the book or title of the book. And then on the back, you can write the author, so authors I've met. So I thought that was really sweet. So I added that again because we are book lovers. Not all homeschool families are book lovers. You don't have to be. I think people can get overwhelmed by that if they're not like avid readers, or that's just not their thing. You can still homeschool. It's cool. But I really like having that little worksheet in here. And then my tabs are that I just use my label maker with, black tape, white letters, attendance, year overview, reading list, field trips, and lesson plans. So behind the attendance, I have this 180-day attendance sheet, which is nice. You can just, look at it, see at a glance how many days you have schooled and how many days you have left. So this is from a different shop than the book page or the book log page. And then we have this. This is a printout from my Homeschool Planet digital planner. So I went in and I said, hey, this is our schedule for the year. Okay. So we're 3 weeks on, 1 week off. I have been 4 weeks on, 1 week off, 6 weeks on, 1 week off, 5 weeks on, 1 week off. 3 weeks on, 1 week off has been our sweet spot. We can focus and go hard for 3 weeks, and then we need a break. I need a break for business stuff. I need a break to catch up on house things, and that has just been a good flow for us. So we're going to continue that this year. So this page has the plan, and this page will be where I actually record, mark off the days that we schooled. So these are both, I just printed them out from Homeschool Planet. And everything that I print out is on gray paper just because that's what I put in the printer, and I like, just a break from the white paper. This page is from the Tool monthly packet. So I just stuck that there for the holidays. And then I have my yearly overview. Now, all the other pages I'm going to show you are from the Homeschool Planner I bought either in 2019 or 2018, and I just keep printing it out. I bought it off Etsy, and I just keep using the same planner. So what I did have up here that I took out that I just wrote on pages from Tool are words. Our words for the year are character and consistency. Inspiration. So these are scriptures, quotes, and things that have inspired our school year. I have a page about what we want to learn. I always include a page about what we want to learn in our planner. And this way, even though I have plans, if we want to go off, we can adventure off into something that, that's on our list. Or if when we get to it in what we already have planned, something that they want to learn, we can dive deeper into that. And then I have goals. And these aren't, these are simply from our annual testing that we're required to do in our state. I will print out the results and I'll just highlight the areas that we need to work on and areas we need to, strengthen our skills. So those would be the goals that I put in here. Then I have a website and passwords. I use LastPass on my computer, and I would suggest that you do the same if you are not great with remembering passwords or creating passwords. So I have this in here to help me with that. And my husband has LastPass too, so we can share different things. It is a great resource, but this is for me just to have it at a glance. And then I have, I'll go in and write, although this is in my Google Drive. Google Drive is another tool that I use to organize and keep all of our homeschool stuff. The overview of what the kids are going to use for my oldest, for my youngest, for our family studies. And then on these pages last year, and I think I'll do the same, I used it to, I ended up using it to record character study stuff. So in the morning, what people may call their morning basket, we call our daily digs, things that we're focusing on. So if we are focusing on like responsibility, then I just write responsibility and the things that we, resources that we used for that. And I just like having this layout here because even when we aren't in our 3-week schooling block, we still do our daily digs. And that includes our devotion, our mindfulness, study and spiritual study stuff. So that's what I like to record here. Other people may use this if they're using, preschooling a toddler, week 1, maybe you did the letter A, week 2, maybe you did the letter B. I don't know. Themes for months, things like that. I think that's how people use these topics by week pages. And then I have a weekly timetable. I'll go ahead and fill this out just so I have an idea of what the weeks are looking like when I'm planning and not overschedule our days because we only have 2 afternoons that we are leaving the house a week. And that's all I can do. I can't do any more than that. I don't want to overwhelm our schedule, and we need downtime in the afternoons to explore the things that we want to do and work on other things. And then this page is for next year. So things I want to do for my oldest, and then how much that's going to cost. For my youngest, how much that's going to cost. Then I have a reading list divider here. So our family read alouds for the year. A lot of our read alouds will be coming from Bookshark and from the Heritage Mom blog. I share that in my curriculum picks video, but we'll also probably be doing some read alouds that are like themed. I know the guys want to read the Jumbies too. We read the first one. I think we read it last year in October, and so they want to read that one again. It's a fun like Caribbean scary folktale type story. Anyway, I know we'll be doing that in October, so I will add in those other read alouds here. Independent reading lists. Now, I've never had my kids really track the books that they read. They read a lot. They read a lot, and I love that. But when I've asked them to write things down, it seems to be more of a chore. I didn't want reading to be a chore. But as they get older, I feel like I should record more of the books and things that they're reading for our school stuff and for projects. So that's what I will put here for my oldest, and then for my youngest, and then books that I'm reading to go along with things that we're learning. So right now I'm reading some things about U.S. history, specifically people of African ancestry and U.S. history. So those things will go here. And then field trips, even though I don't know what that's going to be now with everything spiking, and I don't know. I turned on the news and I wish I hadn't. So we have a field trip bucket list here. I'll go ahead and start filling out and hopefully pray and plan that we can actually explore and do them. If not, we did a bunch of virtual field trips last year. And since we're using Bookshark as our jumping off point curriculum, meaning I feel like all curriculum is like this, like you can choose one to get like the best view, you know, that you, whatever best view, whatever that means to you. But then you might want to jump in, you know, you might want to jump into the water. So that's when we dive deeper. So anyway, they have a blog post about virtual field trips to go along with US history. So I'm going to print that out and add it here. And then we get to the lesson plan section. Like I said, I wanted to start using my planner. So I already started using August in here. And so I've just kind of clipped that because I've already started journaling and writing what we've been doing. So I'll just flip to September. So here, goals is what they have. I usually use this more of a focus. What are we going to focus on for that month? What am I going to focus on with my oldest? What I'm going to focus on with my youngest? What we're going to focus on as a family, and any character study type things I want us to focus on. I know you could be like, well, that is a goal, but in my mind, it just works easier for me to say. It feels like less pressure. What do we want to focus on? What's going to make us feel like we grew the most? And then I have a to-do list here, things that I might need to pick up supply-wise, and then email lists. I still use that as a continuation of things that we need to do, things I need to follow up on for clubs, activities, extracurricular type stuff. So I'll put all that here for the month. And then our spread keeps track of our activities. It keeps track of the books that we've started and finished. If there's been a particularly good day or special memory, I'll use this for memory keeping as well. And I like that it has, I don't know if I said this before, but I like that it has the previous and the next month here. And the way that I use my dot stickers is because guitar lessons are reoccurring. Rock climbing is reoccurring. The school that they're going to, like those classes are reoccurring every week. So that I can acknowledge when they are, I just use my dot stickers like these up here. So as a key, I'll just write, you know, that. And they're different ones. This is hexagon. We've got squares and corners and different things like that. And I have the different colors. So I can just make my key up here or over here, whatever I'm feeling that month. And just put the sticker on the day instead of writing rock climbing, you know, 4 or 5 times. So that's how I do that. And then I don't have the grid pages like in a teacher planner or homeschool planners. I just prefer to have the freedom to journal about our days. So if we have a math lesson 58 and it's about adding fractions, and my son became frustrated by the repetition of the problems, and maybe I'll say that we just did the odd problems, and then we finished the lesson with a game. He had a great attitude in the end. I'm glad that I allowed him to just do the odd problems instead of making him insisting he do all of them, you know, shorthand and maybe briefer than that, but just the idea of what happened. The guys were bickering a lot today. We ended up having to do some meditations, and that was actually pretty helpful in smoothing out the rest of the afternoon. So those are the type of things that I will jot down in addition to just lesson 58, because that I have in my homeschool planet. So I know I pre-plan in that so I can move things around easy, and I'll print that out for the week and add it in here and just put it in the folder. And hole punch it and put it in here and then just keep it. So I know what we have planned for the weeks, and then I can write down like how that actually went. Because I've noticed that sometimes when we start with our read alouds and we're cozy on the couch, it takes a lot of motivation for us to get up and then go do math. So we start our days with math, and that kind of keeps us going and focused. And then we end with, read alouds, and that's been working for us lately. So journaling those type things, I know I've been on this section a lot, but journaling those type things has been really helpful in just seeing how to move in our homeschool. And so that's what I do. I'll just journal and print out, what we're doing from our homeschool planet. And by the end of the month, I typically have anywhere from 5 to 10 pages, depending on how much I write. So I think I've already said that I just have a notes page for July. I'll put a notes page for August when I move that tab back, and then just pre-plan anything on blank pages until Tool has their 2022 monthly packet come out. And then I'll add that in here. I just have blank pages back here to add in for the months. These dot grid pages are from ARC. And then they also have some grid pages, which I like writing on too. That helps me switch it up when I'm journaling throughout the weeks and the months. Now, in addition to my homeschool planet, if there's a week we're kind of off doing something else outside of our curriculum, but I still want us to continue with our flow and reach for other resources, then I'll just plan on these sheets. And this is from that same homeschool planner I purchased a couple of years ago and just print it out again. I can write our tasks, again, a tracker, and then just what we did and kind of jot some notes. And then I have the back I can write more on as well. And if you're printing this out, so you could, find like a grid or dot page online and print that on the back. So I've done that before. So that's what's in here. Some days, if you just don't feel like doing all your planners and what are we doing today? Boom, here it is. I have these pages because sometimes I just need them. Now, I don't plan on us really doing unit studies this year. I shared in my curriculum picks video, I really wanted to keep things pretty simple and focused on what we're doing. And maybe we'll dive a little deeper, but it won't be a full-on unit, I don't think. So I do have these in here because usually it's a history or science unit study. So I have these pages for that. More notes on the back. And then the last page, I have some reading lists and more independent reading stuff. So that's those. And then my friction pen again. So that's it. That's my homeschool planner. I know I chit-chatted a lot, but hopefully it was helpful in helping you think through how you plan, and knowing you don't have to go with a ready-made planner, or you can, because what's simple to one may not be simple to another. But I just felt like it had so many other pages that were overwhelming to me that I didn't need. And so this has worked best for me. You got to do what works best for you. Again, I hope this was helpful. If you did find it helpful, then please give a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will be back with more videos soon. If you want to see what we're up to more so on a daily, you can check us out on Instagram at The Simple Happy Life. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.